Good afternoon. This is Dave from Advanced Camping, and today I'm going to show you through a 2022 Pleasureway Ontour 2.2. This is one of the hardest RVs to get your hands on, and we've got one here in Advanced Camping. We were very fortunate to have a great Pleasureway allocation, and the reason being is the Ford chassis have just been tough to get. There's a lot of shortages, a lot of chip shortages, as I'm sure many of you have heard in the automotive industry. And the Ford van is really highly sought after. It's got the twin turbo EcoBoost engine, 3.5. It's the same one that the F-150 uses. It also has a 10-speed transmission, giving it really efficient, powerful drivetrain. So this is again a 2022. It comes standard with the Ford aluminum wheels, which I think are really nice. It's always great to get an OEM wheel. You can see they've got a beautiful design for the running board. It makes getting in and out easy. It's kind of a curved design. Up top, you're going to have a Carefree power awning, and that has a wind sensor in it, so it'll go back and retract automatically. You've also got your water tank fill here and some outside outlets. This has the Truma Aqua Go Plus water heater and the Truma Vario heat furnace, and both of those come from Europe. They're super quiet, very efficient. The Europeans really know how to make van campers, so they have the best components to put in van campers. So we'll touch base on how to operate those when we get inside in just a moment. In the back here, you've got a tow package with electrical outlets. So if you want to tow something, or you want to put a bike rack, a storage pod, all very popular items. One thing to say about Pleasureway, there's a few companies building on the Fords. If you've looked at some of their competitors and just aren't really satisfied with the quality, Pleasureway, you should take a look at Pleasureway, because they definitely take it a step up. They are probably the most premium, the nicest quality, highest level components you can get in the van camper world. In the back here, we've got the Eco-Ion lithium batteries, comes standard with those. You also have 300 watts of solar on the roof, also standard. You've got this great roll-off bug screen that'll basically zip down here. You can leave these doors open or swing them around. And then they use these thick, durable MCD shades. And I don't know if I can grab a hold of this one here from the outside, but you can see this would be a room darkening level shade, and nothing to clank around or jangle with mini blinds or those pleated shades. This is just a little bit nicer. As we walk around to this side, you'll notice there's dual rear wheels, giving you more stability. This unit is about 22 feet long, so it's the perfect size to take anywhere, and yet very spacious inside. Pleasureway puts a utility center, and I like that this is right at waist level. You can hook your power cord up, you can turn your propane on, hook your hose up, your cable TV, all at waist level. You're not getting on your knees to hook anything up. So very convenient, really easy to do. Down below here, this is where the filler is for your propane tank. They put their propane tank towards the middle of the coach, which is a little safer should you ever get into a little fender bender. And then it's got this remote fill out on the edge. So the tank itself is in the middle, the fill is on the perimeter. And look at this automotive glass. You've got a really sleek look. You know, you've got this very clean exterior, not a lot of holes in the side. And then they've made this flare on the side as well to kind of finish it off. Again, probably the Ford is one of the best handling chassis, and Pleasureway would be one of the best upfitters to buy a motorhome. So as we enter, you're going to find in the front, we'll just look at the driver's compartment real quick. It's got ultra leather covered seats. So Pleasureway puts this really nice covering on. They've got this giant screen. This is a 2022 chassis, and the Transit has, I think this is the largest screen between the Mercedes, the Ram, and the Ford. You'll also have navigation. You've got Apple CarPlay, you know, all the things you'd really want in a modern vehicle. And then of course you're going to have safety features like blind spot assist, some collision prevention warnings. And we're going to step in and look at more of the coach side now. So you've got, they use this CAN bus system. This is what people call multiplex wiring. It is automotive grade. So all of the wiring is harnessed together. It's all predetermined and labeled. So it leads to a really high quality routing of the wires. And if you ever have something that's drawing too much, it will shut it off. Basically the system knows what the lights are supposed to draw, what the furnace is supposed to draw. And if it's outside of those boundaries, it's going to automatically turn it off. So really high-end system, but more importantly, really easy to use. You're not going to find switches everywhere. I mean, there are some coaches where none of the switches are labeled and you just really struggle to figure out what is what. But here it's all in one spot. It's very much like a smartphone. So you can turn your furnace on, you can raise the temperature, lower the temperature, turn the air conditioning on in the same spot, read your battery conditions, start your generator. Everything you'd want to do, put your awning out right from this one point. And then there's another screen in the back. So if you're in bed, you don't have to walk to the front to do any of that. You can simply just touch the screen in the back to control the items. You'll also notice what beautiful finishes they have in here. This is high aggregate DuPont corian countertop that they use. They have a beautiful large sink. I'm just going to open this up. Stainless steel, like super deep. You could put a pot in there very easily. And then coupled with that, you've got a residential grade faucet with a pull-out sprayer, making any sort of cooking or cleaning you're going to do very, very simple in the Ontour 2.2. This is also one of the tallest vans. So you know, I'm 6'3". I can easily stand in here without problem. I could probably be 6'5" and stand in here. So a really spacious feeling van, and a really big bathroom. This is one of the largest bathrooms Pleasureway offers. And so it's easy to step in if you have longer legs. Very simple to use. You do have a built-in medicine cabinet, and you've got corian countertops and a stainless steel sink in here, as well as down below you've got a little bit of storage. So it's well appointed. Again, for a van camper, doesn't get much better than this. This has also got this beautiful wood. This is real maple wood faces. So you know, Pleasureway's cabinetry is really some of the best in the entire industry. Even, you know, bigger buses don't often have this nice fit and finish. The other thing that I like about Pleasureway, which often goes unnoticed, is they press their cabinetry into a soft vinyl like headliner. So a lot of companies are pressing this cabinet against the van body, and over time you're going to get squeaks and rattles, where here they've pressed it into a soft material, which really leads to a much quieter ride, and that is over time as well. You know, at the beginning coaches can be very tight, but as things travel down the road, this is going to be durable and long lasting, and hopefully super quiet for you for the life of the coach. You'll notice there's LED lights going up and down the aisleway, and those are dimmable, so you can dim them to wherever you'd like. You've also got this induction cooktop, easy to clean. Induction is super safe. You don't have a open flame in here, so you know, it's just a lot safer. Once you remove the hot pan, this will become cool to the touch very quickly. Down below is the convection microwave, and again, a lot of van campers, they just don't have the space for the convection microwave. Here in the Pleasureway 2.2 they do. Let's take a look up top here. You've got a nice big deep storage, and it's got a lip on it. So you want to put some things in here that might shift during your travels. It's not going to fall out when you open the door. This is the Norcold 5.5 cubic foot DC refrigerator. So this can run on shore power, or it can run off your batteries. But this is super efficient. It doesn't require being level, and it cools in like about an hour. So very, very efficient, runs off your lithium batteries coupled with your solar when you are off the grid. And then as we step to the back, you'll notice they are using the Lagoon Table, and this is their rectangle tabletop, giving you lots of space. And this can be used as an extension to your counter, which is really nice. Or if you sit in the sofa, you know, you can now swivel this around. It actually has a variety of articulating points. So makes for, you know, if you want to work back here, if you're trying to have a meal, just makes it really easy to use. Now the bed is a power sofa, and that is operated on the screen, and you can sleep it as 2 twin beds, or you can sleep it as 1 king size bed. And if you do the king size, you'll just fill in the configuration, and I'm just going to put that down real quick here so you can see. And Pleasureway uses like a 4-inch dense foam, 4-inch memory foam. It is one of the most comfortable beds in the RV van camper industry. So if you haven't sat on one of these, if you haven't laid down, definitely come by our dealership, try one out. Of course, take your shoes off, but you're gonna love it. It's very, very comfortable. You'll also see that there's a couple of seat belts back here. One is poked through, the other one is stuffed down. You can seat up to 4 people in this van. So if you want to do a day trip or a game or, you know, a hike somewhere, you can bring some passengers along with you. I'll put this back up, and then it also has a fantastic fan. This is operated off of the screen as well, and you can thermostatically set it or just set it on a certain speed that you like. It also has a rain sensor built in, so if you're away from the van and it starts to rain, it will automatically close the lid. In the back, you're going to see the Bose speaker that they use. You can pair your phone with that. It also has the TV wired through it, so you can listen to it through the Bose speaker. And then it's, of course, got an LG TV. And the other thing I wanted to point out is all of this storage is, you know, it's a smaller van, but look at this. I mean, these are huge. The other thing to notice, you know, a lot of RVs use like the cheapest hardware, you know, things that they don't care how it's going to be down 5 years down the road. But here, Pleasureway's using, you know, Bloom is a really high-end hardware brand. They are using those hold-ups and some of their hardware for their cabinetry. So again, if you've looked at the others and you just aren't satisfied with what you're getting, really take a look at the Pleasureway products. They are very, very nice. And thank you for watching Advanced Camping and RV's virtual tour of this 2022 Pleasureway Ontour 2.2. If we can help you with a Pleasureway, we're happy to do so. We also offer Road Trek and Winnebago, what we consider the top 3 brands in the RV industry. So please visit advancedcamping.com or give us a call today.